haven't been to the capital in a long time, but I'm always surprised at just how big this street is. Really? This view is nothing special to those who lived here all their lives, but I suppose seeing all the orbital cars and trams zipping around must be a real sight to people from the provinces. Indeed, even though in my home province people are depending less and less on horse-drawn carriages, I've never seen so many orbital cars in one place before. Well, even here, carriages were the standard up until around 20 years ago. But these days, they seem kind of quaint. You never really see them anymore. The Republic's capital has a lot of cars too, just like this. After that, Crossbell probably has the most. Oh, really? You've done a lot of traveling for someone your age. Though I guess when you're in a... Yep, Jaeger work takes places. Anyway, what's Alto Street like? That's where we're staying while we're here, right? Isn't that where your house is, Elliot? Yeah, it's a pretty calm street, I guess. Ah, we should be taking a right here. I don't really find myself near Alto Street all that often. Looks like you live in a nice part of the city, though. You think? Anyway, we should start looking for where our lodgings are. Oh yeah, Elliot, you live around here, right? Why don't we drop by your house first? But well, that does seem like the natural thing to do. I kind of want to see it. Well, it's really near here, but still, I doubt my dad will be in. I'm not sure if my sis will be either. Yeah, I think you mentioned having an older sister before. All the more reason to pay a visit then, right? Okay, if you insist. Thanks. My house is a 2-story place with all the flowers over there. Don't know if anyone's home right now, but we can at least have a look. It's been so long since I was last here that I feel a little bit nervous. Don't worry, I know the feeling. No need for such hard hand-wringing. It is your home after all. I know, but still. Okay, come on in. Wow, it feels like it's been ages since I was home. So, this is Elliot's house. Oh, is someone there? I'll be with you in just a moment. Hehe, sorry for the wait. What? Is she beautiful? Yes, she is. Dateable? No, unfortunately not. She looks just like Elliot. Hi sis, I'm home. Elliot? Elliot! Whoa. Oh my. It's you, it's really you. I didn't think I'd be able to see you again so soon. Oh, thank the goddess. Sis, please, not in front of my classmates. Looks like they get along pretty well. Yeah, I'm almost jealous. I'm Elliot's older sister, Fiona Craig. I hear you've been saving my brother's skin at school. I'm so glad to finally meet all of you. Ha, actually, Elliot's the one doing the saving most of the time. Indeed, his attentiveness has proven valuable on many occasions. Yeah, it has. Are you blushing? Of course not. Why would I be? You must be Reen, Laura, Machias, and Fee. Now I can see what you meant when you wrote that you'd made some really interesting friends. Yeah. You're not teaching any piano classes today? As it so happens, I have the day off. And none of my children have come by either, so you picked a good time to visit. Oh, you teach piano here at home? Elliot is in the wind orchestra at the academy too. Is everyone in this family a musician? Well, almost. My dad's not really the musical type. Couldn't carry a tune in a wheelbarrow. I'd love the chance to go to a concert as a family once in a while, but he's so busy with work that he rarely has the chance to come home and see us. What does your dad do anyway? Well... Oh, have you not told them? Now that you mention it, I don't recall you ever saying. Is it something secret you can't talk about? Oh no, nothing like that. He's in the Imperial Army. The Imperial Army? Really? Yeah, probably no way you'd guess that looking at me, right? I didn't exactly inherit the physique. You've got a point. But man, the last name Craig in the army, it sounds really familiar. Wait. Your father wouldn't happen to be Olaf Craig, would he? The Olaf Craig, decorated Lieutenant General of Erebonia's armed forces? That's our dad, alright. I think I've heard of him. Many consider him the most formidable general in the Imperial Army. And he's known more widely around the Empire simply as Craig the Red. He leads the 4th Armored Division, which boasts the greatest firepower in the entire armed forces. I read about him in the research I did before entering the academy, but I never put 2 and 2 together when I met Elliot. Come to think of it, doesn't Instructor Neidhart come from the 4th Armored Division too? It kind of threw me when I saw Elliot just casually chatting with him a while ago, but now I can see how you'd wind up talking with him outside of class. Oh, did you see that? Yeah, I met him through my dad before coming to the academy. Well, I'm not surprised you didn't peg me as Olaf Craig's son. I was kinda hoping you wouldn't find out. Elliot. Doesn't take a psychic to see there's something going on there. Sorry, I didn't mean to make things all awkward like this. Just don't worry about it. Oh, right. Do you know any hotels around here, Fiona? We've got an address for where we're staying, and it's apparently around here, but I've got no clue where it actually is. What? You're not staying here? Well, we are in town for a field study. Besides, there aren't enough beds here for all of us. But it's been so long since I last saw you. I guess you're finally reached that age when it's not cool to give your sis big hugs anymore. I feel a little sad, but I guess we'll all grow up. I guess we all grow up. I'll still be watching over you, though. Sis, please. His sister seems to be even more attached to him than he is to her. Still, that's kind of strange. There aren't any hotels in this area, at least not that I know of. Huh. None at all? Perhaps my father gave us the wrong address? But your father doesn't seem like the type to make such a careless mistake. I'm not 100% sure, but can you show me the address he gave you? Oh, sure thing, it's written right here. Reen handed the memo with the address of their lodgings to Fiona. Oh, I think I know where this is. Isn't this where the old Bracer Guild used to be? Oh, a guild branch? Are you sure? Yeah, an old friend of mine used to work there. Though we've been out of touch for a while now. Really? I had no idea. Bracers, huh? Still, I'm baffled as to why my father would choose to put us up in an old guild house. Well, we should at least go have a look for ourselves. Do you know the way, Elliot? I think so. It should be just down the road from here. I was hoping you'd stay a bit longer, but if you have things to do, I'll just sit here alone. It'd make my day if you dropped by for meals while you're here, though. I'd be more than happy to cook for you all. That sounds great. What do you guys think? Well, if it wouldn't be any trouble. I'm not going to turn down home cooking. I'm in. That's the spirit. I'll be sure to treat you to the very best I can whip up this evening. So make sure you get plenty done today and work up a real appetite. It seems we have more than just the festival to look forward to now. You said it. Alright, let's head on over to the guild. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the place written on the memo. I didn't think we'd end up staying in an old guild branch. I'm guessing Group B was fixed up in the other one then. So there's more than one guild branch in the city? Yeah, back when the guild still had a presence in Heimdall, there were 2 branches. The guild pulled out of the city over a year ago though, so not many pay much attention to these buildings now. Is that so? The guild still has an active branch in my hometown, Legram. Really? That's more the exception than the rule these days. The building looks surprisingly new considering they've been gone for over a year. Oh, that's because there was a big fire that swept through here about 2 years ago. They rebuilt the buildings after that, but they wound up getting shuttered when the guild left town anyway. No one knows for sure whether the fire was an accident or not. Some people still think it was set by the terrorists. That's an unsettling thought. It's just a rumor though. There's no proof or anything. Must have been that operation. Nothing. Okay, that was awkward. Anyway, let's head in, shall we? My father gave us the key, so we should be able to let ourselves in. Well, shall we open it up? You know, I was actually expecting it to be way less tidy inside. There's some kind of notice board posted up on some of the walls and bulletin boards. It seems to be a notice of who's currently in charge of the building. Apparently, it's currently owned by the local government. Well, that explains why the governor had the authority to let us stay here while we're in town. Which part are we staying in then? There's nothing but a reception counter down here, so I suppose we must be staying upstairs. Let's go drop off our stuff and see what we've got in store for today. He's prepared brand new beds for us and everything. Isn't that going a little far? This isn't a hotel. I'm not gonna complain. Your dad really seems like a nice guy. We should appreciate his consideration. Alright, now that we've got our lodging sorted out, time to take a look at today's tasks. My name is Noble. I run the Der Heimel Hotel, which unfortunately currently has a monster lurking beneath it. If you can get rid of it, please see me at my hotel in the Garnier district. A customer who visited my gelato stall yesterday accidentally dropped their hat. I'd like to get it back to them, but I'm not sure how. If you have any good ideas, please visit my stall in Jericho's Plaza. A journalist at the Imperial Chronicle needs assistance with the tourism piece he's preparing. For more information, speak to me at a reception in our office on Van Queer Street and I will connect you two. One of my cafe's most popular records has been shattered. If possible, I'd like to get another record of the same song, but I need help. Visit me at the Concert Cafe Etoile on Alto Street for further information. The tasks Maki's father selected certainly show the variety one would expect from a city this size. Yeah, we'll need to make sure we know exactly what each task involves before taking it on. Our group's covering the area east of Vanqueer Street, so it might be a good idea to go around and scope out all the places before noon. Agreed. I want to get an idea of where everything is. We can use the orbital trams to visit all the relevant locations on this side of the city while we're going through our tasks. You two alright with being our travel guides? Of course. Might as well put our knowledge to use. It may be hard to show you around a city this size, but I'll give you as grand a tour as I can. Sis said she'll fix dinner for us, so let's head back here when it starts getting late. Yeah, once we're done with everything, let's go to Elliot's house. Okay, let's get moving. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Understood. Let's do all we can to ensure we're not shown up by Group B. In Heimdall, you can travel between the areas of the city relevant to your group's field study. To travel, either walk to the section of an area map or press the X button and select one of the destinations listed. Each area also has a tram stop, which you can visit to travel by tram to other areas. At certain points in the chapter, you'll need to ride the tram to reach your destination. Welcome back, Elliot. Seeing you walk in, it's like nothing's changed. Glad to see you're doing well, Heiming. Is he an old friend of yours? Yep, let me introduce you. Hemming used to be a famous musician, but now he's settled down and owns this place. Fiona and I have known him since we were kids, and we owe him a lot. This place is pretty popular too. If you're involved with music in Heimdall, you probably know Etoile. Fascinating. I wasn't even aware that this place existed. It's kind of relaxing. Haha, thank you. Now that the introductions are out of the way, you sent in a request for us to take care of, didn't you? I did, in fact. Can you start right away? Should we, Reen? Yep. Sure, mind telling us what you need? The request mentioned that one of your favorite records was smashed? That's right. It happened while I was trying to change around the store's layout. I ended up knocking one of the shelves over by mistake, which in turn led to the record falling out and shattering. What terrible luck. Which record was it? Tragically enough, it was Amber Amore. Oh no, you play that one every night. And if it came out over 30 years ago, it has become rather hard to find, yes. You know your music, the Wind Orchestra would be proud. Maybe. I've got plenty of other records to play while I look for a replacement, so it's not an insurmountable problem. I'm more worried about the fact that I have an old friend stopping by this evening who really loves that song. That's why I'd like to ask you if you can find me a replacement before the end of the day. Makes sense. I assume you've searched all the nearby record stores already. I did, but none of them had it in stock. This is a big city though. I haven't given up on it just yet, which is why I sent the request your way. Then we have our work cut out for us. Does anyone know of any stores that might sell old records? We might want to ask Fiona about that. Oh yeah, I suppose a piano instructor would know where to buy records. Probably knows every store. My thoughts exactly. She's probably our best bet. Then we know where to start. Hopefully she'll be able to help us. Look at you kids, already formulating a plan. Here, Elliot, this should cover the cost of the record if you manage to find it. Thanks. Okay, we're off to find that record. I'm sure you will. Oh, hello everyone. Is there something I can help you with? We hope so. Elliot explained that Hemming asked them to search for a copy of Amber Amore. Oh no, poor Hemming. That might be a hard record to find though. As far as I can remember, most stores here don't stock it anymore. That's what we were afraid of. But that's why we came to you. We thought you might know some other way to get our hands on it. This is something of a long shot, but how about asking over at Plaza Bifrost on Vanqueer Street? That's not a suggestion I was expecting. Same here. I don't remember there being any music stores in there. Did they add one while I was gone? Not within the building itself, no. However, Plaza Bifrost actually has a number of partner stores all throughout the city, some of which sell records. So if you ask there, they'll be able to check if any of them have a copy in stock. That's quite the trick. I'm impressed. Well, you learn these kinds of things as you grow up. Aren't you lucky to have such a reliable sister, Elliot? And so humble too, but I can't deny that you've really helped us out. Thanks a lot. We'll head straight for Plaza Bifrost now. Just remember to be careful. She's really crazy about her brother, isn't she? Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. I'm kind of jealous too, because I like Fiona. So, this is Van Queer Street. It sure is busy. Of course, it's the biggest street in Heimdall. There's more to it than just Plaza Bifrost too, which means you'll see lots of different types of people. Different types of people and different types of orbital vehicles, it seems. Well, that's partly due to the Imperial Transportation Act that came into effect last year. Don't run into the road, Machias. You're the last person I need treating you like a child. Anyway, it sounds like we'll be coming here a lot during our visit. We better take the chance to familiarize ourselves with the shops here. So one thing I gotta point out is that I don't think this gets talked enough about in RPGs in general, but like, I really love in RPGs how much detail gets put into making different cities and zones and stuff. Like, it's not just like, oh, this is the forest area and this is the snow area and this is the desert area. I mean, that does exist. In the older days, it was definitely like that. But in RPGs, you know, circa PS2 and on, a lot of detail really gets put into making the world, making the city. I mean, like, you're gonna see here in Heimdall, there's like so many different parts of the city and they're all very unique. And that's pretty cool. So, and I don't think it gets talked about enough. And particularly in Trails of is a series where I've noticed it's really well developed in terms of like making the world that you play around in, especially because it carries through 4 games. Like, obviously they have to, but like they keep adding to it with each game, which makes it even better. Welcome to Plaza Bifrost. Is there anything I can help you with? We're looking for a specific item and heard that this was the place to ask. That's right. What can I help you find today? We're trying to find a record that came out roughly 30 years ago. It's called Amber Amore. Is there any chance that someone here would have it in stock? Amber Amore. Allow me to get in touch with our affiliated stores. Please bear with me as I do so. Thank you for waiting. Did you manage to find it? I'm afraid not. I contacted all 5 stores, but none of them had a copy, I'm afraid. That's less than ideal. Can you ask anyone else? Unfortunately not. I'm afraid you might have to inquire elsewhere. However, before we resort to that, it is possible for us to contact the record maker and ask them to send us a copy. Would that be of interest to you? How long would it take to arrive? It depends on the company, but anywhere from a week to a month, I'd say. Oh. Unfortunately, we were asked to find a copy by tonight. While I appreciate the offer, there's not much point in getting it a week from now. So you need it right away. Then might I suggest you visit the Ost district? There's a very reliable secondhand store there that might have it. Oh right, I didn't think of that. Didn't realize there were secondhand stores in Heimdall. Don't you live in the Ost district, Machias? Not only do I live there, I know the woman who runs the store. The store's named Emrod's, and I'm fairly certain that they sell old records. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Fine by me. We really appreciate all the help you've given us. My pleasure. I do hope you find what you're looking for. This is the Ost District, where I was born and raised. You'll find mostly lower class citizens and laborers living around here. There are a lot of old looking buildings in this area, but it doesn't look especially run down. It wasn't included in the city's redevelopment plan, but they take good care of it nowadays. Once my father and Chancellor Osborne came into power at least. The two of them managed to improve the employment numbers around here, and in turn the standard of living. That's why they're so popular here in Heimdall. Chancellor Osborne in particular is famous for holding his ground against even the most influential nobles. Interesting. So, does that mean we're near your house, Machias? Yeah, relatively. While there isn't much to see here, everyone gets along pretty well, and they're always there for each other. On that note, there are a number of people here whom I'd like to see before we leave, but I'll do that later. Fine by me. Let's go. Oh, hey, Machias. Huh? What are you doing here? What happened to your grandmother? It's kind of odd not to see her here. She called it quits, basically, so now the store's all mine. Really? No need to freak out. I'm handling things pretty well. Anyway, be sure to drop by if you're ever in the neighborhood. I don't have too many years on me, but I know what I'm doing. Right. Anyway, there's something I'd like to ask. We're searching for a specific record. Do you know if you have Amber Amore in stock by any chance? Let me have a look, okay? Sorry for the wait. Is this the one? Thank you very much. So, is that the one? Yep, it's the real deal. It's in really good condition considering that it's secondhand too. Hemming will be ecstatic to see this. How much is it? It's 10% whole off the original price. Only 10%? That's still pretty expensive. Hey, I'm trying to run a business here. It's fair price given how well the record's managed to hold its value. I figured it'd be more than regular price since it's so rare. See, she gets it. It'd be way more than retail price if it were out of print too. 10%, take it or leave it. We'll take it. This should cover it. Pleasure doing business with you. Well, we found what we needed. Yeah, let's bring this back to Hemming. So, you found it after all. Somehow, yeah, it's all yours. Elliot gave Hemming Amber Amore and his change and told him what happened. Sorry I couldn't find you a brand new one. Oh, no need to worry. You've really saved my evening. Now, I don't have to worry about disappointing my friend. How wonderful to hear. Yeah, all that searching was worth it. Well, you can't go without a reward, so here. It's one of our desserts. Wobbly pudding. Thank you very much. It looks so good, I sort of want to eat it right now. Haha, that's quite the compliment. Well then, best of luck with the rest of your field study. Well, I guess this is Amber Amore playing now. I decided to test the record out right away, and as you can hear, it sounds perfect. Thank you all so much, you're lifesavers. That is a cool touch. That is a cool touch that they added. I didn't know that they even did that. I completely forgotten.